Hello, this is Mr. Kamu, and you're listening to C2 at CMA for our question of the week. And the question of the week today is, what are the best and the worst parts of being in high school? And our first guest is Sanjay. Sanjay, tell me what you say.
Listen, for me, just jump right straight in. I feel like the best part of high school is the experiences. Like being in a program like C2, it opens so many things for me. My biggest accomplishment is um being in a modeling agency. I love it. It's one of my biggest dreams, and being in this program has fulfilled it. But I will say the worst parts of being in high school can also be the after school programs. Because, listen, not everything can be suited to your schedule. And if you want to join a sport, it may backlash on what you want to do later. Your studying time or your studying time may interfere with your sports. Like, you got to plan all that out. The people, you have to figure out if you're an introvert or an extrovert. It won't mash well if you're a talkative person and a group full of people who don't like to talk well. Like, you have to find that out. I will say, but that, like, it's a lot of back and forth. You can go with you like to talk to people or you don't. It doesn't matter for real. At the end of the day, you're here to get your education. But you are going to develop friends, relationships. I feel like relationships are going to be the best and worst. That's like over everything else, that's the top of it. Because you got to figure out if this person that you're dating, because they go to the same high school as you, is that going to be. That's it. Thank you. Amen.
Now we have Juan with his answer.
Um, the best part, like Sanjay said, experiences and after school programs. Like at CMA, we've been on like multiple field trips to colleges, and that's the one thing I love about high school. That you get a lot of exposure to college, and any other things they're interested in. Well, if that school offers it. The worst part, I'd say, relationships. Like, okay, let's say you're dating somebody, right? And you guys break up. You're going to see that person in that school every day. Unless you're on good terms, you're going to see that person every day and there's going to be turmoil. Um, Another worst part I would say is like what Sanjay said, your what you're doing has to line up with your schedule and like your home life. So yeah, I don't have much else to say, but yeah, like that's it. Have a nice day, guys.
Yep. I better probably that you did.
Next, we have Jakari.
Yeah, so I think that the worst part about high school is really the procrastination. When you get down to it, you miss a couple assignments. You really like fall back on your grades, and you don't really know how to get yourself in the mindset of bringing it all back up in one go. And yeah, so I think it's really hard to get that done and expect for your grades to go up as fast as you want them to. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the worst parts about high school.
Do you have any best parts?
Nah.
Okay.
That, okay.
Next, we have a microphone that's not turned up. Next, we have Kai.
So I think the best part of high school is probably like there's some really cool people at high school. And even though I did hear somebody say like the after school activities can be bad because they can meddle with your home life or anything you got outside of that. But I think it's actually like really cool. They help me get out of my shell a lot. I used to be pretty shy. I think I'm pretty social now, more social than I was before. But the worst part of high school is they say so much about how we gotta grow up and be older because we young adults. And most of my classes, I have an assigned seat. That's some middle school stuff. That's some elementary stuff to me. It's really stupid. But that's it.
Next, we have Yasmina.
Hey, so I'm gonna start off with the worst part of high school. The worst part of high school is like you sit there and get into a relationship and y'all break up. Then you have to constantly see that person every day, and then they're sitting there putting lies and making it seem like it's your fault that y'all broke up when really it's not. They're manipulators. Like, high school would change your life a lot. Like, if middle school didn't, high school would change your life a lot. But as far as good things, you can meet new people, you can experience new things. There will be rough times, but there will be good times. But just don't let that get your head down. Just keep your head up. And then it will be over sooner or later. You'll be graduating.
Finally, we have Jasmine.
Hey y'all. So today they say we were talking about the best and worst day of high school. So I would say, well, not worst day, but worst parts. So I would say the worst part of high school can be about work because some people work better in certain classes such as math. There's like 9% of people in US that work better in math than any other subject, including what the other people has said about after school programs and sports. You can tend to focus on sports instead of your education, which leads to your grade downfall, and stress, which builds up to health problems. The best part of high school is the experiences of meeting new people, which can lead to newer beginnings and a better perspective for your future self, especially sports. Since we all know a certain sport we like, of course we'll want to do it. So, bye y'all.
Sure.